Welcome back to the Explainer, folks. We have got an absolutely massive week to cover today, including a huge list of free Google AI certification courses that were released just days ago. But, the real story today isn't just the news itself, it's the sheer, blinding velocity of change we're witnessing right now across the entire tech landscape. It's moving like lightning, so let's dive right in.
To kick things off, I want you to just take a second and wrap your head around this staggering number. 10 billion. Yeah, 10 billion with a B. That is the exact number of humanoid robots that Tesla predicts could exist by the year 2045. That single number really sets the stage for our rapid-fire breakdown today. We're looking at a world where, very soon, machines could literally outnumber humans.
So, to make sense of this completely chaotic news drop, we're slicing today's agenda into three clear frontiers: the era of humanoid robots, the acceleration of neural networks and code, and finally, AI in society and security. All right, Section 1, the era of humanoid robots. Let's step right out of the digital and into the physical world. There is a fascinating almost night-and-day divide happening right now. Over on the left, America's Boston Dynamics is just pushing industrial limits to the absolute max. By using KB Security's data on virtual training, they've actually mastered getting their newly simplified 2-drive Atlas robot to move a 100-pound fridge in a matter of hours. Then, on the right, you've got China's $28.5 million startup Droid app completely focusing on emotional connection. Their $173,000 MOA robot, which is 167 centimeters tall and just 32 kilos, features 97-degree silicone skin and a crazy 92% human gait, though actually I should mention there's currently an intense debate over their remaining funds for their 30 staff members. Meanwhile, the speed of perception in these bots is skyrocketing to absolute extremes. Think about this, 20,000 frames per second. China's Agibbot A3 just played a completely autonomous game of table tennis, using a 20,000 frames per second camera for real-time trajectory analysis. I mean, it reacts 10 times faster than traditional systems. No remote control, no pre-programmed scripts, just pure real-time AI processing reacting instantly. And the hardware ecosystem is just expanding everywhere you look. Alibaba just released these specialized Qwen models, specifically the Nav, MIP, and World models, allowing robots to autonomously navigate closed doors via their chat-to-robot platform. And hey, it's not all heavy industrial stuff either. Up in Seattle, the My Children Project just raised $600,000 for a 90-centimeter educational museum robot named Cody. So AI is basically entering our factories, our homes, and our museums all at the exact same time.
All of this rapid hardware progress feeds directly into Tesla's newly trademarked vision. They're calling it amazing abundance. And what does that actually mean for us? Well, Elon Musk argues that machines like their Optimus robot are going to handle all the dangerous work and basically eliminate resource shortages entirely. He even backed a claim that with just 5 million robotic units, we could theoretically rebuild the entirety of Manhattan in just 6 months. It's a full-on vision of a post-scarcity economy.
But to heavily contrast that utopian vision, let's look at this big, fat zero. That is exactly how many tickets or arrests the $128,000 Dubbot police robot made during its entire 9-month deployment in Dublin, California, before they just packed it up and retired it. It basically ended up being this meme-generating, completely ineffective experiment. So yeah, it serves as a pretty stark reminder that physical AI still faces some massive real-world friction.
Moving right along to Section 2, Acceleration of Neural Networks and Code. Welcome to the era of digital acceleration. The sheer raw speed of these networks right now is truly mind-bending. Cerebrus just supercharged Google's Gemma 4 model to process up to 1 million tokens per second. That makes it a whopping 15 times faster than Claude Haiku. And the crazy part, it maintains top-tier quality, scoring 29 points on the Artificial Analysis Index compared to Haiku's 30. Plus, they're adding immediate visual and screenshot analysis capabilities on top of it. It's just lightning-fast analysis. At the exact same time, China's Zhipu AI launched GLM 5.2. Now, this boasts a massive 1 million token context window, and it immediately captured 2 million tokens of traffic for the Go language over on OpenCode. But here's the real kicker. Developers can run it locally via Hugging Face weights for maximum privacy. That is absolutely vital for enterprise security right now. Now, this massive software leap isn't just theoretical. Check this out. A developer named Linbo used this cool technique called vibe debugging with the Claude code assistant. The AI analyzed the complex logic and actually found the root cause of a decade-old AMD GPU sleep mode freezing bug in Linux. The human developer then officially verified and fixed it. AI isn't just spitting out boilerplate code anymore, folks. It's playing detective and solving 10-year-old mysteries. But despite these incredible AI coding wins, we are definitely seeing some pushback. The Rust Foundation, who actually just hired 10-year veteran Jacob Finkelman on a 6-month AI security contract, instituted a very strict new rule. The rule? AI is only an assistant, period. No fully AI-generated code can be merged without mandatory human verification. It's a critical safety net as this coding speed just continues to explode.
Which brings us to our final section, Section 3, AI in Society and Security. Let's look at the human factor.
On the cultural side of things, we have a genuinely amazing integration. Artist Refik Anadol just opened Dataland in Los Angeles, which is an interactive AI museum. They are having Google Gemini models process 1.2 billion pixels in real time to change visuals, scents, and lighting based entirely on the emotions of the visitors. And to fuel this ecosystem, they've backed it with a program giving 4 AI artists $25,000 grants. It's this brilliant, beautiful fusion of human emotion and generative AI.
Over in education, however, Norway is taking a completely different approach to protect human development. Prime Minister Jonas Gahr Støre announced a very strict generative AI ban for students aged 6 to 13 to protect their foundational math and reading skills. For ages 14 to 16, it has to be teacher-supervised, and only when they hit 17+ is it independent. They're heavily relying on researcher Sarah Abramson's data, hoping to replicate the success of their 2024 smartphone ban, which successfully dropped bullying and psychologist visits by 60%. They are explicitly choosing foundational skills over early AI adoption. Okay, finally, the most alarming friction we saw this week occurred in cybersecurity. General Joshua Rader and Senator Mark Warner reported that the Claude Mythos model, which was actually previously used offensively by the NSA against networks in China and Iran, ended up bypassing almost all U.S. classified systems in a matter of hours instead of the expected weeks. This rapid, unexpected breach caused Anthropic to globally disable both the Mythos and Fable 5 models amid new ACUS export limits. The system basically proved way too capable, way too quickly.
So what is the crucial point you should take away today? Well, Anthropic claims this was just a local bypass, rather than a full system hack. But honestly, it leaves us with this incredibly provocative final question. As AI hardware and software accelerate exponentially, from real-time robotic reflexes to models processing millions of tokens a second, can our human institutions and national security guardrails possibly keep up with this speed? It's a massive question we all need to be thinking about right now. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and as always, keep learning.